Ignore some things. Ignore some insults. Ignore some attacks on your life from certain people. Absolutely. Ignore some things. One musician sang that you don't have to fight to be a man, but sometimes you have to fight to be a man. But today I'm talking about not fighting to be a man. Ignore some things. Ignore some insults, some attacks on you. You know, the enemy uses many ways to get to our feelings, to hurt us. One of them is through our fellow people. Someone will attack you and insult you in a very bad way. My advice to you this morning is that some things, first look at them, observe. If it doesn't affect you that much, if it is immaterial, ignore it, let it pass, let it go. I mean, you may be in a company and the company policy says there is no fighting. There are no loud arguments. It's against the rules of the company or in the premises where you're working. And somehow, someone who has problems from his home, from his children, from his family, from his friends, or he fought in the bar over the weekend, now Monday has come, he's in the office, he will insult you or say something to hurt your feelings. It gets under your skin. You start shouting. Something that was peaceful becomes a shouting match. As a result, you are closing your fists. You're starting to punch each other. You destroy property. Guess what? They will not fire only the other person who started the fight. They will fire you too, because it is against the rules. You should have reported it, you see? But if you had ignored it in the first place, if you had ignored it, all this wouldn't have happened. There are some things we need to ignore. You just give it a blind eye, give it a deaf ear, give it a cold shoulder. Let it go, let it pass. You see, I remember one time I was in a restaurant somewhere, having my meal in peace. There came a guy who wanted me to move from my seat such that him and his friend can sit across, one the other side, one this side, and he wanted me to move to another place. I told him I can't do it. I'm in the middle of my meal. I can't move. For some reason, this got under his skin. He lashed out. He started saying very many words there, calling me names. What did I do? I ignored him. I didn't answer. I didn't react to any of his whatever. I continued eating. But what surprised me, there was another guy on the next table. He's the one who asked him, honestly, you found this guy eating. You asked him politely to move. He politely refused your request. Do you really feel inside you, does it resonate in your mind that you're right? That you can lash out at him, that you can insult him? They started arguing the other side, and I wasn't involved, you know. Even other people joined, and to cut the long story short, he lost the battle. I didn't even have to say what the other people saw his mistake. You know, you are in the middle of the meal, someone says move, you say no, I can't move, let me finish first, and then he all of a sudden starts lashing out and fighting and all this kind of noise, you know. So it helped me to ignore that. If it was some years back before he was saved, that was going to end so badly. So badly. But these days I'm controlled, I'm moved by the Spirit. Look at what my Bible says about it. In Proverbs chapter 12 verse 16, the Bible says, fools show their annoyance at once, but the prudent overlook an insult. The prudent ignore. You let it pass. You let it go. Many wars in this world would have been avoided if some countries ignored some trivial things, some trivial matters. Some people wouldn't have lost their jobs if they had ignored some insult. Oh, some of us want to prove, oh, you're a big guy, nobody talks about you or something. You fight back, you lose a job. In most cases, when you lose a job, other companies will also start rejecting you because they will ask people around about you. Oh, he fought with the other guy and they destroyed property. They did damage to some properties. So he's a fighter. If you employ him, he's a fighter. So there are some things you should let pass. You know, I see like ladies, it always happens on the streets. It always happens on the roads. A guy shouts at a lady or whistles at the lady. She's walking, going somewhere. She decides not to react about it. So if she doesn't react, the other person will start throwing insults. You're not even beautiful. I don't even see why you're so proud, you are arrogant. Come on, you whistled at some person like a dog to take their attention, to get their attention. They refuse to give you their attention. The girl refused to answer the whistles, you know. And then you lash out. It gets under your skin. Ignore some things. Let them pass. As long as it can't affect you in a serious way, let it pass. Not all insults. Sometimes you have to defend yourself. You have to report some things to management or to people who are concerned. But you don't have to fight to be a man. Neither do you have to fight to be a woman. Ignore some things. Ignore. Let them go. Let them pass. Ignore.